would like you all to take a moment to look at me and to judge me. What kind of person was I back in middle school and high school? Was I the jock, the popular girl, the valedictorian, the band kid? Don't blurt out your answers because I honestly don't want to get my feelings hurt. Just keep that assumption in the back of your head for later. Now, I want you all to think back to a time when you made fun of that kid, calling them a nerd or a geek when they walked into class late again with their trombone. Don't get all humble on me saying that you would never, because we all did. I did, because that kid was my brother. But then they would throw that snarky remark of, a nerd's gonna be your boss one day. And you would get so irritated because you wouldn't know how to respond. It's true, nerds rule the world. You look at artists like Ariana Grande and Kendrick Lamar, and you can't even fathom the idea of them being that trombone kid, but they were. Whether we like to admit it or not, nerds are at the top of our food chain. There are doctors, politicians, teachers, scientists. They're all different types of performers. They're the kid that hummed their solo whenever they had the chance, or missed out on all the parties, or didn't experience their 20s. These kids use the abilities that they gained from performing arts to become the better version of themselves in adulthood. The truth is, I asked you all to judge me earlier to show you that you can't judge a book by its cover. I played clarinet for 7 years, but I also played soccer for 4. Unfortunately, I was not valedictorian of my class, but for the past 12 years at my old high school, a band kid was. You look at all these successful doctors, artists, politicians, and you would never think of them as a dorky orchestra kid, but they were. Nerds rule the world because they were molded to be the independent, reliable, most confident version of themselves, their worst critic, and the leader in a sea of followers. Today I would like to show you all the benefits of choosing to be in performing arts over other extracurriculum, which are as follows. Mastering the ability of performing with little to no anxiety, concentrating in very difficult surroundings, and picking up skills and techniques with little deficits. First, let's dive into the hardest ability to teach and to master, which is the ability to perform with little to no anxiety. Anxiety is something that we all go through at least 4 times a day. We have anxiety over test dates, deadlines, paperwork, even just planning the day ahead. But that one anxiety that we only have to go through ever so often, that performance anxiety, is gut-wrenching. But performers have to go through that, overcome that anxiety, or else they'll never succeed as performers. Students are taught right off the bat in performing arts programs that how to control their anxiety so it won't affect their performance. They're taught how to control their breathing, their atmosphere, and the way they perform, and their audience. If they dwindle on a fumble, so will the audience. If they walk up with a negative aura, the audience will catch on to it. However, if they walk up with confidence, the audience will appreciate it and look over any fumble or mistake the performer may or may not have made during the performance. According to Scholastic, a recognized publishing and education company, students tend to be more successful in adulthood or in the future under pressure due to the practice that they gain from performing arts. They take these successes and these experiences with them through adulthood. So when they come across somebody in their career path, they have an advantage over them. Continuing on with the benefits of performing arts, let's dive into another hard ability to teach, which is the ability to concentrate in difficult surroundings. Have you ever been to a concert, a symphony, or a play, and there was just that crying or shouting baby in the back that you would just wish would shut up, and in your brain you're telling the mom many different things, and you're just wishing they would go away? That cannot once cross a performer's mind. On top of learning how to control their anxiety, students have to learn how to concentrate in difficult surroundings. If they let one distraction in, another will follow, and soon the performer has lost their cool. Performing arts drill the notion of nothing else matters but me into their students, because one look off that sheet music can cause the entire performance to just fall apart. These students can take this skill with them when they go take a test, they give a speech, or they have to write an essay. They can then take it with them into adulthood when they become a doctor and they have to perform surgery through the buzzing of a machine or the whispers of a nurse. In an interview with my oral surgeon, Dr. David Watkins said that choosing to play French horn over soccer was probably one of the best decisions he made as a kid, because without the skills that he gained from performing arts, he would have never been able to stay calm during surgery or ace his tests. Performing arts is more than just playing an instrument or singing a song. It's about learning to become the better version of yourself to lead a more successful life. With that said, another ability that is beneficial thanks to performing arts is the ability to pick up skills and techniques with little deficits. Students have to be ready to change the way they practice, the way they play, and the way they learn, because performing arts are always changing the methods of teaching and performing. With that comes new techniques and new skills, but there's only so much time to teach that skill when there's a big competition coming in next month. Students have to be able and ready to learn the ability to see the ability and have it down by the end of practice. In an article titled The Benefits of Performing Arts in School by Emma Homan, she explained that children benefit performing arts because when faced with an obstacle, they can use what they are given or what they are taught to overcome obstacle and come up with a better solution. These children can then take this skill and when they mature into adulthood, can take it when they are for that job interview because the adult with the ability to learn and to adapt quickly in any sort of environment has a leg up in the competition. In an interview with my old private lesson teacher, Rhonda Ilgenfritz, she explained how this ability helped her conquer through research projects in college and how it helped her persevere through gigs when she had to accommodate because the coordinator would change the location of said gig or change the piece that they wanted her to play within span of hours before the performance. Performing arts plays a huge role in how society works today. The most significant people in our lives, such as doctors, dentists, teachers, politicians, all play a huge role in society because of the skill that they gain through performing arts. To end this on a high note, I'd just like to say that choosing to play in performing arts was probably one of the best decisions I made in my life. Because not only did I have a family of 300 during high school, I walked out of that program knowing I was going to be one of the next leaders of the world. And I know a few of you after today, are going to work extra hard to be the best version of yourself because a few of us are already ahead. Thank you.